So, Kirani, a really great season, and in particular, a fantastic Olympic Games. Twice under 44. That must feel really good.
Yes, it feels really good, especially being close to my personal best 10 years later. So I think it shows that I'm still going, that I'm still being competitive and still being at a certain level where I could try to make a difference.
Exactly, and you're one of the athletes who really always delivers when it matters.
Yeah. I always think that's the biggest thing. The hardest thing to do in track and field is to be consistent and to always be performing at a very high level. It's always difficult because there's a lot of variables, a lot of factors that come into play to do that. So if I just keep on doing the right things and be able to perform at a high level and try to bring a lot of excitement to the fans, then I think that's what's important.
Exactly, and I mean, you're one of the athletes like Akani Simbine who is super popular, not only in their country or in their area, but worldwide. People appreciate your consistency at the top level.
Yeah, and like I said, that's what we can do. If we could always bring excitement to the fans, and the fans know that once they see your name on the start list, they know, okay, this guy is going to be really competitive. You might not win every time, but you could run fast and you could perform at a high level. I think that's what's always important because it keeps your name relevant, it keeps you going, and in a way, you don't really disappoint the fans.
And, you've been going for so many years. I mean, under 18 at 2009, then the under 20 titles, then world and Olympic gold. So how do you keep motivated?
Yeah, I think sometimes it changes. Early on, it was a lot about trying to represent my country, outweigh all the other factors. Just trying to, put my country on the map, help people, try to know where Grenada is, try to represent people home, give them something positive to look out for. And even though it's still like that, but no, it's just for me, just to try to enjoy the sport a little bit more, not put too much pressure on yourself, those kind of things, and just try to always be competitive. Like I said, you might not win every time, but you strive to win. And if it doesn't happen, you still appreciate your own performances and also the other athletes' performances because they're also being competitive and doing well too. So you have to appreciate every aspect of it too. For me, especially at this age, is to try to enjoy and appreciate every single aspect of athletics.
Now, you spoke about putting your country on the map, and you were definitely the first one. Now you have, of course, Victor Linden, who also did well, and Anderson Peters. How does that feel for you?
It makes me feel proud, especially seeing their own journey, seeing how far they have to come, and seeing that, not to sound a certain way, but seeing how I've tried to make an impact in them, just give them a little bit of motivation or belief that, they can get there too. For me, it's just a proud feeling just to seeing them perform at a high level. So they are my guys, and I always see them and always try to give them as much encouragement as I can in any way. So it's a proud feeling.
Yes, exactly. You were the groundbreaker, so it must be special.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Even before me, he has, Ali Francis, for example, even though he did not win an outdoor championship medal, he was there. I remember waking up early in the morning for 2004
to watch
those events. So so somebody like that, planting the seeds of belief, I think is important.
Yeah. And now, of course, Grenada, but also other countries in the Caribbean are also doing very well, not just in general, but also in technical events, which is something that didn't happen 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I think people are just starting to see the potential that we have, not just in the sprints or the fast races, but also in the more technical events, the throws. So for me, it's good to see those events are being taken more seriously and being coached a lot more, and a lot of younger athletes are gravitating to it and not just feel like, okay, they have to run 100 meters or 200 meters or 400 meters or something like that. So it's a very good thing to see.
Yes, and Paris was really special in that sense. I mean, no Europeans in the javelin final.
Yeah.
And, lots of new faces. I mean, Julian Alfred wasn't exactly new, but winning gold for another small island nation was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Julian, I'm very proud of her. And I saw her last night, just tell her congratulations, those kind of things. Very humble, very nice.
Yes.
So yeah, it's very good to see athletes, perform well, especially in the other events. Like you mentioned, no Europeans in javelin. Sometimes, track and field athletics is like that. It's cycles, right?
Yes.
So you never know. So maybe now this is a very special cycle for the field event. So we'll see. I think the main thing is that, especially in the Caribbean and smaller nations, or the less known nations like even India, Pakistan, those countries, is to just keep believing and keep knowing that you can get to that level too if you just keep having that investment, in your athletes and in your infrastructure.
And what was the feeling like in Team Grenada in Paris? Must have been great.
Yeah, it's great because you get to see people from whom you get to interact with them, because it's a small team. Sometimes it's a little bit better, it's a little bit more intimate because you know everybody, it's easier to interact. So yeah, it was a really good vibe, I would say, in Paris.
Now, KIrani, you're really defying time. You're up there with the very best, just off the podium this time. But how do you do it, and what are your plans for next year?
Yeah, my plan for next year is to get back to the World Championships. Hopefully, perform at the same high level that I've done all these other years, and just try to perform to the best of my ability, try to enjoy it, try to have that experience. I think the World Championship is in Tokyo next year, so maybe see Tokyo a little bit more. So we didn't have that experience in 2020, 2021. So
yes,
just try to take everything in and represent my country well, try to help inspire. Even the new generation of Grenadian athletes that are coming through, they're going to be at the games, to try to share my knowledge and experience with them, and those kind of things. But obviously the main thing is to always try to perform at the very high level, get back into a final, give myself a chance.
Anyone we should watch out for among the younger generation of Grenadians?
Yeah, there's a couple, but I don't want to put them on the spot or put pressure on them.
All right.
Once we get there, then
okay, we'll keep our eyes open then.
all right, thank you.
And keep having fun. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.